What's going on, YouTube? I got another video for you guys today. It's more of just kind of like letting you guys know where I'm at right now, because I know I don't post a lot. And that's kind of today's topic for today's video as well, is that I just want to say that I'm sorry if I'm just not the best YouTuber when it comes to like posting videos and content, and quite frankly, I'd never set out to be that. I just wanted to kind of share my story and experiences with you guys and some of the thoughts that I've had along the way. And so sometimes the comments I've gotten or messages has just been like they want me to post more consistently, but I never really set out to do that, you know, was to be like an influencer or anything like that. Just more to show people what is possible and capable through sobriety, and just having a no bullshit approach, and that's worked great for me. So, but the other thing I really wanted to say is that I really wanted to say thank you, because I wake up day in, day out, and I get comment notifications of people saying that this has helped them and that they have searched for a voice on YouTube that resonates with them and they haven't found one until they have found my channel. And that's very humbling, and it's kind of a trip, because I'm just a very normal person in the sense that like I wake up and I just do normal shit, you know, brush my teeth, go to the gym, get food, go to work. So it doesn't feel necessarily like there's anything inspirational that I'm doing in that aspect. But I guess if I look at it from different perspectives, I can kind of start understanding where people can see that, because in a way we strive for this level of normal that has eluded us for so long. So I just wanted to say how much I really appreciate you guys, and it means a lot to me. And that I'm sorry if I don't post enough for some people, but it's just kind of when things come to me, and I have said it many times on many other videos that there will probably be a day that I just stop posting, and all of the information that I have is just contained in those videos. But my channel just might stray a little bit from maybe the beginning aspect of sobriety, and just kind of start showing more of my life just down the road, and just kind of like seeing from where I started to how life just kind of evolves and unfolds. And it's a really good example of how alcohol really should fall by the wayside, and everything else in your life should just start flourishing, and then you realize just how small of a part alcohol really plays in your life. So as far as like the update goes, I just celebrated my 10-year anniversary with my girlfriend Jenica, and we, you know, I say this every time, but it's true, is that we've never been better, and our relationship just grows and flourishes. And we went to Southern California, where I'm originally from, and we went to Harry Potter World and medieval times, and we went to the Museum of Death, and all these things were amazing, especially Harry Potter World. That brought back a lot of really cool memories, and it kind of just like reading the books and growing up with them and watching the films, and I'm a super big nerd, and so like being able to do that stuff, it kind of brings back a little bit of magic back into your life as well. And I think that's something that alcohol really can suck out of your life, is any of the kind of like the wonder and the zeal and the passions, you know. It takes all of your focus from the outer and turns it inner, and everything becomes minutia and you're just focusing on substances and apologies and regret, and it takes out a lot of the wonder and the magic of life, you know. And so being able to go to that was kind of a big testament of everything that I've gone through. And so now I kind of have my sights set on the Orlando Harry Potter World, which is going to be a lot of fun. And then I'm still toying with the idea of competing in the November meet. Powerlifting is something I love, and I'll always lift and I'll always train, but training for a meet can be very exhausting. So I don't know if I want to just... I'm still figuring out whether or not I want to do record breakers. So I may not, but we'll see. I will definitely do more meets in the future, but I don't know if I'm going to do this one in November, but it's a possibility. Other than that, still managing the brewery that I work at. Love that job. It's a phenomenal place, and quite honestly, I talked to a lot of people about sobriety there, and it is kind of a weird thing, because I always feel like as I'm talking to people about sobriety, they're drinking, and then there's this like level of guilt, and they almost feel like they're like, oh, I should stop drinking if we're going to talk about this. But I always thought it was really cool to be around people that are able to drink responsibly, because it's kind of a little reminder to me that I was like, that was never me. And actually, crazy enough, my sister stopped drinking recently, and she was by far, you know, not something you would consider an alcoholic, but it runs in our family, and I think she was just calling it before it got there. But she shared a saying that I really enjoyed, and it really resonated with me, and it said, when I control my drinking, I'm not enjoying myself. And when I enjoy my drinking, I'm not controlling myself. And I thought that was totally true, because every time I've tried to manage a drink, I felt like I was lying to myself. I was like, this is not what I want to drink. This is not how I want to drink. I want to drink to my heart's content. And then when I did that, everything just fell apart. So it was just a cool little saying that I wanted to share with you guys. Currently, I'm still working on the book. I actually started another book as well, which I know you guys are going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Just focus on the one. But that's just kind of how life works. I've kind of just got my hands in a bunch of different pots right now. I don't even think that's a saying, but I think you know what I mean. And then still constantly getting tattoos. I go every 3 weeks until basically my body's covered up, or at least as much of it as I want to cover up. And yeah, alcohol just does not really play a part in my life anymore, and it's something that's really amazing, and I really want for everyone. I've had people hit me up on my Instagram as well, and I've kind of worked one-on-one with people like that, and I've been told by some people and my friends that at this point I might just consider going into the field of therapy or recovery or something like that, which I'm not against, but if I do that, it will have kind of just come by on a happenstance occasion, you know, like it wasn't really from an internal drive to necessarily be like a therapist or a life coach or something like that, but effectively that's what I'm already doing for people, and I'm just not getting paid for it, which, don't get me wrong, it's not all about the money, but your time is valuable and time is money, and if it's helping people, one way that it was explained to me that people's money that they earn is effectively transferring their energy to you, and then you receive that energy because you're transferring energy to them. So it kind of is like a little aloof kind of a expression, but in that way it also does make sense that it's an appreciation of your services and that you're helping them, and that's kind of what makes the world go round. Other than that, my big long-term goals are just to see as much of the world as I can before I die, and I would love to do a TED Talk one day of all my experiences. But I think it's, you know, I've talked about this in other videos, having these big goals and having these plans and just setting your sights on things that might seem unattainable right now, but even if you set them way up here and you only land here, you're still usually going to hit much higher than you would have had you had a much lower goal and attained that goal. So the metaphor I use is when I first hit bench 315, I was like, cool, my next thing I want to do is I want to bench 405. And that year I did not bench 405, but I got up to 375. And I don't think I would have gotten up there had I not been hungry for that 405 in my head. And then later I would go on to do that. So that's kind of, well, I've benched 400 pounds. I haven't benched 405 yet, but that's coming soon. But still, it's, I think you understand what I'm getting at. Aim high, and usually, even if you do hit that goal, that's phenomenal. But even if you don't hit directly at that goal and you hit just under it, you'll usually get a little higher than you would have had you not been aiming that high. And at this point, I think I'm just kind of rambling on. But anyway, once again, to kind of reiterate, thank you guys very much. Those comments mean the world to me, and they always are very humbling. And some days I don't even quite know how to handle them because it's a lot. And I'm very appreciative of you guys, and I'm happy that I've been able to do something positive out of so much negativity that I had going on in my life, and to have people look at me for a source of wisdom and clarity is also, it's very humbling, and I'm very appreciative of that, and I love all you guys very much, and I'm really glad that you guys get something out of this content. And at this point, I'm gonna stop rambling. I will see you guys next time. If you ever feel like any of my stuff can help anyone else, please like, share, subscribe. And as always, stay sober.